Welcome today. I'm interested today to see how many people will show up. We've been skipping these sessions for a long time, but we are here today. So I know many of you probably you're resting, you're sleeping. When you wake up, this video will be here for you. I don't have much to say, to be quite honest, but I think this is just to introduce what we've been doing and continue so you know I'm still here. This is very important for me to continue doing these videos, especially during tough times. Just because there are tough times, it does not mean we can't do videos. We're gonna continue doing these videos. I know today I tried to come early, I couldn't, sorry about that. Usually I do 1 hour before now. I know I'm late, but I know in the morning people will come and watch this video. These are tough times. If you can see the title today, should I give up my American ambition because of this virus? I don't know. Okay? For those of you who know me so long, I'm very optimistic. I'm never pessimistic. I'm very optimistic. I'm always hoping for the best. Okay? This is what I always hope for, the best. I like only the best. Okay? So today we'll try and go through facts and know what to do next. It doesn't hurt. I'm so happy to see you guys. I didn't expect people to show up, but apparently they showed up. Okay? So the title today, are we going to give up? Are we going to give up now that we have this virus? Coronavirus. Okay? In the medical field, we call it COVID-19. We like being technical. COVID-19. Okay? I hope all of you, wherever you are, you're washing your hands. You are covering your cough, okay, in your elbow. All those things. Do the right thing. That's the best we can do right now. So far, we are thankful, okay? Some areas, like some of us, we have not been hit hard. So we have to continue praying. We have to continue praying. And in fact, some of you, did you see what I posted a few days ago? We said, we are going to pray and we are going down on our knees, because these are those moments that remind us to humble ourselves. And you will see, sometimes you think these things will never happen to anyone, and they come and happen. Humility is very important. All of us, even if we get a visa, we can't just start laughing at others who didn't get visas. You never know. If we get a green card, we cannot now start laughing at others, and we have no humility. We are not thankful. Now we think we own the whole world. Okay? People are joining around the world. Thank you. Welcome. I see all of you. Today, God has shown me a verse. And that's the verse I showed. You know, during difficult times, we have to help each other. At the same time, we have to have solace. Okay? Today, okay, Janet is going to read from the Bible. We are reading from the Bible today. 2 Chronicles. 2 Chronicles, that's the verse I posted here, and happy to see all of you. I posted this verse and people liked this verse, okay? And they shared. 2 Chronicle, okay? If you have a Bible open, many of you didn't come with Bibles. Me, I came prepared. I came very prepared today. 2 Chronicles, verse 7. Okay, I'm going slowly as people open their Bibles. I missed you too, all of you. I missed you. I always miss you. You think I'll go anywhere? I'm not going nowhere. I'll just continue praying. Okay? We'll just continue praying. We are not going to give up. If you want answers before you continue into the details, we are not giving up. Okay? But let's pray. Okay? So 2 Chronicles verse 7. Okay? Not verse 7, chapter 7. 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14. Okay? Let's read together. Okay? Verse 14. 2 Chronicles chapter 7 verse 14 says, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves. The word is humble. Humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and I will forgive their sin and heal their land. Okay? That is what the Bible says. When I shut up heaven and there is no rain, or command the locusts to devour the land, or send pestilence among my people, That is what the Bible is saying. If this is what God says, okay? When I shut up heaven and there is no rain, or command the locusts to devour the land, or send pestilence among my people. The Bible continues to say, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and heal their land. Okay? So when all these bad things are happening, the Bible is commanding us to go down on our knees and pray. That is what the Bible is saying. So that's what we are going to do today, is to continue praying and continue doing everything they tell us to do. Okay? The whole goal is to be humble. I had other verses, but maybe I'll read for you another day. If you want me to continue reading for you the Bible, I will read. Okay? But I think our message today, given what is going around the world, we have to start with humility. Start with humility. Humble yourself and know, okay, this is not an easy task. It's shaking governments. It's shaking the world. Okay? When we think us as humans, we are able to control the world, God is like, no, I am in control. Okay? So we know that God is in control. Nothing else is in control, but God is in control. And that is very promising. Okay? That is very promising. When God is in control, everything will be okay. Okay? So having said that, because we are going to pray, we are praying that this virus goes away, and it's going to go away. Okay? So we are not giving up, basically. Are we going to give up on our ambitions? Are we going to give up on our dreams? Because the virus has come? The answer is no. Now, let's talk about reality. Now that we are here, we are where we are. Okay, we are where everyone has closed their borders. People are locked themselves in their homes. Every country has said bye to aeroplanes, bye to ferries, bye to boats. Okay, the borders have been closed. So now everyone is trying to clean their house and see where this will take us. Okay, so far Africa has been spared. We keep on praying. Keep praying hard. And I think if you continue humbling yourselves and praying every day, okay, blessings, okay, will continue. Us here, we are struggling. And the thing is, we are going again on our knees and humble ourselves. God has said we have to humble ourselves and go on our knees and pray. And he said he will listen. So that is the hope. He said he will listen. That is what I read from the Bible. He said he will listen, and when he listens, things will open up. Okay? In the next few months, the world will open again. Okay? The world will open again, and there will be planes flying again. Okay? And people will be going on cruise lines, and people will be going to movies. So this is what's happening in America. I know many of you probably won green cards. Some of you probably booked visa interviews. Those were cancelled, right? Okay, someone wants to share Psalms 91. If you have an interesting verse, we need to share here. Because this virus is shaking the whole world. It's God in control. Yes, bottom line. This is when you realize that the power is in the heavens. It's nothing here on this earth. However strong and powerful you are, you have to be humble. And if you don't get humble, then not good. Not good, okay? But everything is being done as I shared. So let me talk about those of you who've booked the embassy, okay? This is what's happening. The State Department, I was on their website. The State Department has issued level 4 travel warnings. Level 4 travel warnings around the world. Level 4 is the highest they can ever give, meaning absolutely no travel. That is the warning on the State Department. Okay, so you are not seeing people taking planes to going anywhere. Okay, and they go into specifics of each country. Okay, now for some of the African countries, of course, they are closed and taking precautions. Take precautions when it's very early, because there's a difference. People there, probably resources are down. So close it completely. Okay, tighten the ropes. When it's too early, tighten. Okay, here they have resources, and So now what's happening there is because the cases are very low, so they are taking action. And it's good when, you've learned from others, so you're taking good steps to protect the population. I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing in countries in Africa. They are not playing around, despite some of them. I saw even a manifesto, or whatever you call them, from some of those countries. Some of them have not even reported a case, but they are taking it seriously, because they know if it comes to their people, this is going to be uncontrollable. And they've tightened the ropes, and they've sent kids home, and they are just dealing with, no overcrowding, all those. So they are taking steps. Us here now, we have something called social distancing, okay? And then we are only doing essential things. Like me now, I'm locked myself in the house, and I'm not leaving until the next day there is work, okay? And, but I have a choice to work from home starting Monday. I just plug in the computer and I do my job, okay? Kids have closed. So that is what is happening here, okay? But now, let me tell you the difference. Sometimes you need to know your future by knowing what is going on. Janet will bring for you what is going on the ground here. Things are silent, okay? The economy has tanked. But for me, having seen what I see, it's going to be deep and painful, but it's going to be short, okay? It's better to have it short and then it will come and boom again immediately, because what is making the stock market tumble? Everything that was gained all those years, okay, it's completely wiped out. The stock market is down. You will never probably see it this low again. But I think it's going to be short and painful, but then it will boom again. That is my prediction. Because the reason this is temporary, this is if the virus goes away. The virus has made restaurants to close. People are not going to the restaurants, and some states they've said completely no restaurants, no pubs, no discos, no weddings, okay? No crowds, no concerts. All of you know the NBA, basketball, no such crowds, okay? Anywhere there is a concert, they've canceled all those sports. Sports activities have been cancelled. They don't want to see people in groups of 10. They don't want to see people in groups of 50. Okay, so people are spatial everywhere. But let me tell you one thing that might work for America. I like looking at the bright side. Here, they already have social distancing, if you ask me. Okay? Most places in America, people have social distance anyway. People don't share driving. People have private cars. So they rarely see each other. The only problem comes in the shopping malls, okay? Shopping for stores, for groceries, and then going to the movies. And then big cities, of course, you've seen New York has been affected. They have a very good public system. That could have played a part in it. If you go to Washington, I hear the same. I've never been there. But the people I've spoken to in Washington, usually they have a very good public system, okay? But these other areas, most of the time, people are very private. They have social distancing anyway. So that might help better than some of those countries in Europe and with overcrowding. I'm just saying that is the hopeful thing I have. Okay, like if you look here, I'm in a very huge home alone. Okay, I can't even see my neighbor is on the other side. I can see his house. But usually people don't interact much. So there's already social distancing. So that's a bright spot in America. I haven't heard anyone saying that, but that's my thinking, that's my opinion. That will help. Okay, those problems are in mostly in very crowded areas. So if people are considering public transport, that is a no-no right now. So that's what's going on in terms of they're trying to avoid crowds and social distancing and telling people to wash their hands. Hand sanitizers are off the shelves. Jik is off. They call it bleach is off the shelves. You can't find any of those things. Now that people are staying in the house, there is no business going on. Okay, there is no business going on. People are working from home. Children are now at home. So people are not getting paid. Okay, that is why you hear things like unemployment numbers might go up to 20%. And this I'm seeing as temporary. So let's, understand where America is. When you are making your plans, understand where it is. So for some of you who have visa appointments, I just told you that the State Department has raised the travel ban to Level 4, that meaning completely no travel. Usually they will say travel with precautions, but now it's completely stop all travel. They told all Americans come home. Just the same way African countries have said no one is coming in. Same thing here. Everyone is closing their borders to take care of home. That means, and they gave a choice to some of the consulars in the embassies. If you think you're in danger, come back home. Okay, so they've told the people in the embassies to come back to America. Okay, so that means we are lucky some countries that they don't have this problem. So maybe the embassy people decided to stay and serve people. But that means the visas will be delayed. Okay, the appointments are going to delay. So it's very important to have that information and completely be in touch with the embassy. Go to their website, organize yourself and know, especially if you are one of those people who want the green card, you want to make sure on top of this. Because what's happening is the lottery is a law. And they usually say we are not working on if they are working on those who will come. Let's say, okay, the people who are supposed to be coming in America now won the DV lottery in 2018. Okay, and then they started processing them the end of 2019 and 2020. And that's fiscal year, they call it fiscal year. It ends in September 2020. Okay, so let's hope the virus cleans quick so they can start pushing appointments and get you in. All of you who want the green cards. Okay, let's hope, because that is written in law. They can't change those dates. As soon as those dates are over, they start processing the next group. You have to understand that's just how it works. Now, will they have someone to advocate for you? Right now, they are busy. They are leaders and senators. They are busy looking for gowns and masks and hand sanitizers and food for Americans and everything. Like, I don't think anyone is interested now to be looking out, oh, some people want the DV lottery, so we need to make sure they take care of them. I don't know. That is not their priority right now. So what we are saying is we have to keep on being on top of things. Let's be on top of things. Okay, especially if you want the green card, you want to be on top of things, because when that date comes, September 30, and it's locked, they start processing the next group. Those are the people who applied in 2019. No, they won in 2019. Okay, they start working on those who won in 2019. Okay, because that is the law. They usually don't play around with the law. When it's done, it's done. They close the window. We are done with that group. Too bad. We are moving on. But with this coronavirus, will they be flexible? I don't know. I'm just telling you, maybe they can try and squeeze in appointments when everything is okay. Maybe they'll try and squeeze in. But for those of us who are preparing to come here, continue doing what you do. Don't give up. Like, continue reading, making applications. Most schools, by the way, they are closed. They are trying to do things online. Students are home. Now, you know, how they will do practicals, I don't know. But just know that is what's going on in America. It's a very tough time. People are quiet. People are in their homes. They don't know how the economy is going to run. Of course, healthcare is out there booming. They are busy. Okay, healthcare, nothing changes. In any case, they are very thankful for giving green cards to nurses, because this is the time they need them the most. I think they are happy with such decisions. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So understand that they right now people are unemployed temporarily because they have to stay home. No one can go and clean the movie theaters. No one can go and clean the hotels. No one can go and cook. No one is traveling. Tourism has come to a standstill. Airports have come to a standstill. Okay, all those people are home right now. So it's going to be very painful, but I believe it's going to be very short. And then when you come out, as I said, through prayers, because the Bible says, humble yourselves and the Lord will hear your prayer. If God hears the prayer and cleans the virus, I think in 2-3 months, by July, we'll be out and about and moving on with our lives. Okay, so those are the things going on scientifically. Here, I can speak to this because for me, I'm very educated. I'm not bragging, but I'm knowledgeable. They are testing vaccines. They are still in the initial stages. Okay, that is hope there. Okay, some of them have said there's not scientific evidence, some information and reports. That one we call, it's not evidence. Okay, this is not scientific evidence. They are saying some people in Europe and Italy have been getting some relief from chloroquine, hydrochloroquine, azithromycin, the combination of azithromycin, which is Zinthromax. Okay, here we call it Z-Pack, together with hydroquinone. Okay, hydroquinone. hydrochloroquine, I had to confuse. Chloroquine, hydrochloroquine, they're cousins, okay? They almost have, for those who've done chemistry, almost the same structure, okay? Those are the drugs now they're saying some people have been using and they're having hope with those. So they are looking into such things. Here they want to do a protocol. That means they just don't dish out and say, hey, we've had these things are working, so we're just going to start dishing out like candy. No, they want it organized, okay? So that means they'll have a group of people in a controlled trial. Controlled trial means we have 1,000 people on the right hand, they get hydroquinone, okay, hydrochloroquine with azithromycin, and then we have this one on the left who doesn't get anything. And then you see what will happen, okay? That is how scientific studies, they are the highest level of evidence. Highest level, people who've done research, welcome, okay? Now people who've done research now are feeling at home. They're like, yes, Janet, I'm understanding your language. Okay, there are different levels of research. In fact, when we say there is not enough evidence, like, okay, reports have come from China that chloroquine is helping. Okay, sometimes we can call that experts' opinion. Those are the least. Okay, you don't follow such evidence. It's not very strong evidence. Does it have some weight? Yes. Okay, but clinical controlled trials have the highest evidence. That means we've put 2 controlled trials, A and B, and we've given this intervention in A, we've given the same intervention, a controlled trial, probably a placebo, we call it. They didn't get anything. Okay, maybe we just gave them a glass of water. And then after 3 months, we evaluate, okay? Then controlled trials. Then that is the highest evidence. We'll wait. So they are looking at vaccines, they are looking at medications. Okay, but for now, they have money. They are making ventilators, breathing machines in big numbers. They have sent ships, military ships, Navy ships. One is going to California, docking there. Another one is going to New York with military beds in preparation in case. Of course, now it has been declared it's a pandemic. Okay, this is a pandemic. This is for sure. The WHO has declared this to be a pandemic. Okay, this is not to scare anyone. The word pandemic, you have to look at the definition. It just means human to human transmission. And people are getting sick and there is no treatment. And it's global. Okay, that is a pandemic. Okay, that is pandemic. It doesn't mean that, but yeah, it's true this time, yeah. If you really want to read about the Spanish flu, some of you probably didn't know this, but you can go and find out more about the Spanish flu. This can be scary times. Okay, the Spanish flu killed a lot. And what I'm seeing in Italy is praying. We need to pray hard. Very, very, we need to pray. If you see Janet starting with the Bible, okay, we start with the Bible because at the end of the day, the Bible has told us, it gives us hope, and it tells us what God can do. So we have to, and then on the ground, we keep science, we do what we have to do. Okay, but I believe by summertime we will be out and about. These borders will start opening. Now, let me tell you one good thing. Not one, there are many good things. There are many good things. But this one specifically. When the world opens its doors and the planes start flying again, which I'm hoping it's very soon, people have been humbled. Do you understand? There's humility. We have to humble. I can't say this word enough. There's something in me that keeps on telling me about humility. Humility. Humble yourself. Humble yourself. Embrace people. Like anytime you're able to, God blesses you with a lot, and you start eating alone, you start hiding under the table, it will go away. It will go away. There's a reason why God created this country. I believe, this is my opinion. And for centuries, it has fed people. This country has been feeding people. People come and they take, but it's always replenished. It never goes away. Can you imagine? Everyone comes from all over the world. They send dollars back home. They work, they send dollars back home. America is still rich. They come but they give too. They come and give and take. Okay, everyone does that around the world. They've come to America, they've made it strong. Okay, and they've given and given their time, they've given their talents. When they get the money, they share with the whole world. That is the blessing that God gave America. And when you start hiding, when you start feeding yourself under the table and not wanting to share, God in heaven is not happy. It shall be wept. It will be wept. It will be wept completely. And that is the hope I have right now, that when, after all said and done, we will be sure to say that when God gives you, continue doing what you have always done to make the world a good place. And that is the humility that people will have to come out with. You have to humble yourself and share. That is my opinion again. That is what I'm thinking. And there's a reason why some people are given more in society, because they are able to share. Their hand is able to feed. Because God will not give a lot of things to stingy people. Stingy people don't go anywhere. Okay, they hide. They don't share, so they are not given a lot. Okay, but when God gives, He gives it for a reason. And when you start hiding under the table and you start chasing people, yeah, go here, we don't want you here. No. We have to come back to what God has commanded. Okay, and that is the hope I have going forward, that now people, we are going to have a good heart. When all said and done, or after all said and done, we are going back to the basics of what makes us good. Okay, by sharing with each other and being good to the world and sharing. This is yes. Someone there is saying it's a very blessed nation. I can tell you that. Money everywhere. Money. Like now the dollar is strong. Strong. Completely strong. There is a reason. There is a reason why it's there. It's planted on this earth so that every human being can benefit. That's just bottom line. I'm telling you, for centuries, people have come and built this place and made it strong, and they take, but it keeps on pouring. It keeps on pouring. And that is how it was designed. If you try to change that, it will be gone. It will be gone. I'm telling you. Yeah. All right. So, my topic today was, are we going to give up? No. Let's wait. Right now, we are saying 30 days at a time. 30 days from now, we'll know where the world is. So you want, when the world opens its doors, you'll be ready. You're still making your applications. People are still working from home. Technology is very good. Just because they've closed universities does not mean they are not working. Most companies now are letting workers work from home. So continue with your applications. Continue with your F1 application visas. Continue with the J1 application visas. Will you go to the embassy? Probably not. But you want to put your steps ahead. Okay? Those who are applying for conferences, probably not now. Okay? Because most hotels are closed. Anything that has to do with the tourism industry, it's closed. Okay? But for those who are going to school, keep doing what you're doing. As soon as they open, these things will open with a lot of strength. And they will want travelers to come. They'll want everyone to come. Okay? So that's what we are going to do. We are not going to give up. We are still going to continue. But above all, we are going to do the right things. I posted down here the link. All of us, we are going to CDC guidelines. Of course, whichever country you are, every government is doing their best to educate their people. Okay? All right. So that is what it is. Here they've told the embassy people to come back home. Of course, they are still open to American citizens. They are still serving them. You can still call the embassy if you have any problem. If you're an American citizen around the world, they are still doing that. But they've been told if they feel like they're in a risky place, they just come back home. They've been told that. So that will delay. Okay? That will delay all the processing. But here, we know it's going to be painful, but very short. We hope that it's very short, because we are going to pray. Once this thing is clean, we go out and become stronger than before. By the way, they're injecting a lot of money. For those who've done economics, people who've done economics here understand. They're going to inject trillions. That's scary. Next week or something, in April, they are sending checks to Americans. They say, okay, since you are not working, we need money in your hands. Okay, they're injecting money in small business. And mind you, the economy was just doing fine until the virus came. So if the virus goes away, it's going to be a very, very strong economy, because it's going to wake up. Let's hope there's no inflation, because sometimes when you print, inflation can happen. But the dollar right now is very strong. Okay, so when the virus goes away, it's going to boom. Okay, it's going to boom. But if the virus continues for too long, we are treading very uncharted territories. That's what they say. We are going to places we've never been. So the hope is to contain. Some of you have been watching the news. They are just trying to control the curve at this point. You know, when there's I wish I had a paper to show you. Okay, some of you, I don't know if you can see, but they need the graphs. There are two ways. There are two graphs. Okay, there is this graph. I'll show you. Don't mind. Okay, and there is this graph. Okay, I don't know if you can see. There are two graphs here. Those two graphs. They are trying to avoid this peak. They don't want this graph here, because this graph is dangerous. If numbers peak like this, the hospitals will collapse. So they are telling people, stay home. When you stay home, the graph will be flat. So people will be just getting tested. They are negative, some are positive, but the systems will manage. Even if it's through an extended period of time, this is what they are targeting here. This is what's happening in America. This is what the healthcare system is anticipating. That if we can keep home people for 2 weeks or 1 month, let them stop shaking hands and wash their hands and stay away from restaurants, movies, and aeroplanes and public transport, we're going to now reduce the rate of infections. And those who are already infected will fall here, but the graph will be manageable. Okay? The systems will be able to manage this. This is what's going on in America. This is their best scenario right now. Before, I think they had gone the route of, let's just have people get infected and get something called herd immunity. Those who've done immunity means the more people are infected, the more we get out of this. Then we have a lot of antibodies in people, and then they'll fight, and then they realize, oh, people are dying in the thousands. You know, can you imagine 100 people dying in one day? That's what's happening in Italy. 500, 800, it's bad. Okay, so that's what America is trying to avoid, is to have this graph here. But if you leave it, I think what happened to Italy is here. So they are somewhere here, we hope. If they are here, this is scary. Okay, we are hoping that Italy is picking up now. That is the worst they are going to see. Like yesterday, they reported close 740 deaths, 740 deaths. Multiply by 30 days, like 800 people per day. Can you imagine in 30 days, we are talking numbers that are scary. So we are hoping that that's where they are. They are doing their best. And then we hope that it will calm down. Okay? But if it's here, then we need to pray more. Because what they are seeing there is bad. Okay? But we hope it's here, and then it starts trending down. When it starts trending down, now there's hope in China, because China says they are not having new infections except from travelers. So people are learning more from those countries that have already had this problem. Okay, that is where the reports of chloroquine are coming from. Okay, that some people are using chloroquine and hydrochloroquine and are feeling better. And then the rates are going down. South Korea, the rates are going down. But for some reason, Italy has been hit hard. So we hope it's here, honestly. We continue praying that that's what's happening. So I hope you understand the graph. And how do you get this graph? Staying home, avoiding crowds, washing hands, okay, sneezing your cough in your hands. I mean in your arm. And not just sneezing and leaving the air tight. Like your nose has to be completely covered in your elbow. When you're sneezing or coughing, like completely, don't make people slap you. People are very angry now. You need to be careful in public when you're sneezing. You have to do the right thing. Otherwise, people are not going to be happy with you. In fact, that's why I wear long sleeved. Just in case I choke, I will cover myself. Because if you have a bare hand, people are not sure if your cough is covered completely. So you want to be, you see like Janet here, if I put my arm in here, I'm telling you it's completely sealed. The word is sealed, okay? The word is completely sealed. So, those are the things they are doing. You stay home, you wash your hands, you eat healthy, and then, so the only time people are showing in the hospital is when they have shortness of breath, probably. But everything else, fever, if fever is too much, I mean, you have to be very sick. But hydrating, drinking water, some people take vitamin C. Those are many details. But congratulations for those who have not touched the epidemic. The good thing is, those who have not been affected, like in Africa, they've tightened the borders early enough. They are not taking anything by chance, and that's what you do. And in fact, even when they say quarantine for 14 days, I'm starting to doubt. Probably that quarantine should be about 21 days or even more. Because I know science says incubation period is 14 days, but this is a new virus. We don't know, because there are some people who have no symptoms. They test, they still have the virus. You know what I mean? So the longer they quarantine people, the better. They have nothing to lose. Yes. So that is what's happening to us and the world. And I hope you got a message of hope today. And the message was, God has said that if we humble ourselves and pray and seek his face, he's coming to heal our lands. How about that? Isn't that nice? At least there is hope. So all of you continue doing what you're doing. It was so nice to see you again after a long time. Someone is watching from Dubai. Need more information about M1 visa and if it's mandatory to enter the states without paying. M1 visa, for those who don't know, M1 visa is it's a student visa basically, but it's for non-credit hours. In America, non-credit means you're taking courses but you don't get a degree. For example, you're just coming to do maybe certificate in business administration, I don't know. So, but they're not gonna give you a degree. You're just gonna attend classes, but you don't have to graduate. So that's called a M1 visa, no credit. And I don't know what the question was though. Okay, someone is saying panic is just more scary. Yeah, don't panic. Me, I always say, how will panicking help you other than hurt you? Strong. We are not panicking, okay? We are not panicking, but we are doing the right things and just, watching out for each other and staying alert and reading the news and making sure we do the right thing. Yes. And God is present everywhere. Someone says God is present everywhere. I believe that, because this time we are talking about nations that are very powerful, but when these things happen, sometimes you really have to come to your knees and humble yourself, okay? And just keep praying. And we are praying for all those people. In my message yesterday, I say for healthcare workers, they have to still go there and work. We pray for them. We pray for their families. We are praying for all those people in the hospital sick. We want them to fight this thing and come out successful. And those of us who are home, we pray that God keeps us safe, okay? We just keep us safe. I think for us to stay home, this was the first weekend when everyone is at home. This is going to just put the infection rate down. Now, we'll not see results yet. The results we'll be seeing going next week. Be prepared, the numbers to be shooting up, because the testing started in those areas that have been affected in California, in New York, and in Washington. So but when they start testing the whole nation, they start finding new cases, okay? And that will make the numbers look scary, but it's because they are doing more testing. Okay, me, I'm really focusing on the number of deaths, though. Okay, we are focused because we need to know what is the mortality rate. Oh, today people who've done epidemiology, I'm speaking a lot of public health, I'm speaking a lot of epidemiology, I'm speaking a lot of chemistry, I'm speaking a lot of microbiology, I'm speaking a lot of medicine. Wow, I didn't know how vast it is, but all of you who are listening to me in these professions, you know what I'm saying, okay? So we need to look at the mortality rates. At first they were like, oh, this is just a flu, but a virus that you don't know, you can just say it's a flu. Probably it will be a flu 2 years from now, because we'll have vaccines for that. Most of the population will have antibodies. And someone was asking me, Janet, I plan to come to America. Do I need to do my vaccinations? Probably some of you are doing some visas. You need to know that. Do I need to take my vaccines back home or come and do them in America? This was my answer. Here, vaccines can be expensive, especially if you don't have health insurance. So if you can take vaccines at home and you have health insurance, good for you, okay? Because even if you come here, you just tell them you've been immunized. And then or you can do it home. They have something called titers, okay, or titers. Let me spell Titers. I know I'm speaking to some of you. Titers, Titers. What the titers do, they draw blood and then they check for antibodies against the vaccine you're looking for. Okay, if it's rubella, measles, they can find out from doing the titers, because they will show antibodies. Yes, they are present for hepatitis A, B, C, and D. Most of them, they do hepatitis B. Okay, so you can do titers or you can take vaccines. If you don't have antibodies against it, you'll have to get a vaccine. So I know people come from home, they do a record there, the doctor does titers and they come with a letter. Alternatively, when you come here, you just request the test, they do, and then they don't have to give you vaccinations again. Okay, so that's what usually happens. I say this, I don't know how many people need this information. And then one person was telling me, Janet, you see, you read my messages, you don't reply. No, sometimes I read, it saves me time to read without replying, because that way I have it in my mind to do a video. Sometimes when I have time, I'll go and answer, but most of the time I'm just reading as I go, because that's how I'm getting the topics. Okay, so don't take it, don't have any offense. I'm trying to focus also, okay, so I can have my mind clean, okay? Especially when I went for the conference, I formed some groups for the conference, and that has long been overdue. I tried to close the group. Some people say, Janet, no, we still need the group, we still need a group. But now after they hacked my account, I have to start changing my numbers and passwords, okay? So I had to close the groups, because suppose Janet put me in this group, or put me in this group. No, everything Janet says is in this. Everyone is important. If you're listening to me here, you're getting the same information. In fact, those groups, I don't even post anything other than when I'm sleeping sometimes and I forget my phone on. I just hear the noise. So I went ahead and closed them. Nothing personal, you know. There's no one more important than anyone else. We are all followers here, right? Yeah, we are all followers here. So we'll just, you know, so that has saved me some stress. Yeah. Okay, so what else? I'm trying to read comments. Only good comments, okay? Only good comments. Anyway, so guys, I'll see you in the next video. Don't give up. Keep applying. Keep applying. Keep applying. You know, we'll be seeing you soon here in America when the world opens. Okay, things are bad now. We have to acknowledge these are tough times, but we are going to pray and continue staying positive, and everything will be okay. All right, just remember to keep a clean heart, okay? And for, you know, humble yourself and pray. Humble yourself and pray, because that's the only way things will work for you. Remember to keep the dream alive and have a strong desire to succeed. The desire will push you over the edge. The desire will make you the best. You stand, you fall, you stand, you fall. You never give up, my friends. You know why? Because you're the best. Tough times have come. Tough times will go. Okay? But you keep staying the course. Okay? We are not going anywhere on this page. We'll keep evolving. The word is evolving. Okay, before I go, I'll share with you a story. I've watched politicians here in the United States, when they are asked, well, your opinion on what is your opinion on abortion, because 20 years ago you are saying, oh, you are against all abortions, and now you're saying, okay, I'm very flexible, and the life of the mother is more important, and maybe in cases of incest and rape, I think it's understandable. And then when they ask them why, and then they say, I evolved. Okay, that means I evolved. That means we can change. So this page will evolve as we go. We'll keep on talking. If things change here, we go to other stronger topics. We just evolve. Evolving and change means growth. It means we evolve with the times. Okay, so if the times change, my topics will change. But what I'm not going to go anywhere, because we still need each other. Okay, we still need each other. We are going to continue. Okay, I'm busy. I've bought some stocks. Some of you, again, in business and economics. Janet has bought. I'm busy buying some stocks. By the way, you will never see them this low. If they come this low again, then the world is ending. This is the lowest the stocks have ever gone. Some stocks are down like $3, $7. Okay, so and these are stocks that have been trading $60. You see what I mean? Okay. I always give you tips. When you have something little, you dump there and make money. So not all is lost during these tough times. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for seeing all of you. I think Asha will be the last one. I think Asha just came in, and Paul. All right. Thank you so much for seeing you. Some of my followers came on J1 visas. Probably they are staying home because they are busy in the hotels. Yeah. Paul is saying, Janet, don't stop feeding us. No, I'm not stopping. We just pray for good health. If Janet continues to be healthy, I'm here to present. I'm not going anywhere. As I said, I will evolve. Okay, if let's say the borders were closed forever, there will be so many topics I can tackle. Okay, I can talk about many other things. But for now, we're going to just wait for the borders to open. Okay, and everything will be okay. Keep praying, no need to panic. Let's just keep praying. Everything will be okay. All right. Good to see you, my friends. Paul, you are the last one today. Thank you so much for coming today.